If you're running a landscaping or hardscaping business and you're busy, but growth still feels unpredictable, this video is going to give you a little bit of clarity on why and what you need to do next. Because most of the business owners I talk to aren't struggling because they're not working hard, or even because they don't have customers, right? They're booked. The crews are busy. Jobs are definitely getting done, but the revenue feels inconsistent, profit feels tighter than it should, and growth feels harder than it should be, right? And if that sounds familiar, I want you to know that you're in the right place. Now, my name's Charles. I run Become the Authority. We're a marketing automations agency that works specifically with landscaping and hardscaping businesses, and our focus is simple. We help businesses generate leads and then build the systems that actually turn those leads into revenue. But here's the truth a lot of people don't talk about, right? Most landscaping businesses don't have just one problem as it relates to things, right? They usually have one of two problems, and more often than not, they have both. The first problem they have is a visibility problem. They are not showing up enough for people to do business with them. Their Google ads are not dialed in. They aren't running ads consistently. They don't have any real social proof, so no social media presence, no reviews, nothing like that. And overall, marketing just feels very hit or miss. Now, the second is usually a systems problem, where they have leads coming in, but calls are getting missed. Follow-up is inconsistent. The estimates are going cold consistently, and past customers aren't being nurtured. Reviews and referrals are happening by accident, and when either one of these systems break, visibility or systems, growth stall, all right? And when both break, marketing starts to feel very expensive and stressful. And that is exactly the gap we built JobFlow for, okay? So let me explain what we actually do without all the BS. First, we help you dial in your lead generation. That usually includes a mix of things like Google Maps optimization, Google ads to capture high intent search, Facebook and Instagram ads to create brand awareness and handle retargeting, social media content that's there to build that strong organic trust, search engine optimization so that we're able to show your services to the people who are searching for them. And we don't push everything at once. We prioritize based on your market, services, and budget. But here's the most important part. We never just run marketing by itself. It's never just running as an isolated thing, because we understand something the other agencies don't. Leads don't pay you. Book jobs are what pays you. And that's why the second half of what we do is so important. It's systems and automation. And this is where we know most agencies fall short and where we do our absolute best work. We build a custom back-end system from the ground up for your business that handles lead capture from every possible source you're advertising on, instant text and email response, missed call text back so that you're no longer letting those missed calls fall through the cracks, organized pipelines so nothing gets lost, follow up on estimate, long-term customer nurture, review requests, referral prompts, and reactivation campaign. Now, we use a couple different pieces of software and we implement them into your business at no additional cost to you. So for operations and job management, we typically use Jobber or House Call Pro. That's where quote scheduling, invoices, and job execution live. And follow-up and automation, we use GoHighLevel. That's what handles the communication, the pipelines, and the tracking. And when those two pieces of software are working together, the business stops relying on things like memory. Nothing depends on, I'll maybe remember to follow up. Nothing depends on, I'm pretty sure we called them. I'm not sure though, right? You're actually able to see where every lead is coming from, how fast these leads are getting followed up with or communicated with, whether or not those leads booked, if it turned into a estimate or a project, and overall you start to learn what it actually costs you to acquire a customer. And that's where things start to change inside of your business, because Because once you understand your numbers, decisions get easier. You stop guessing, you stop reacting, you stop throwing money at things and just hoping and praying to God that they work. And you are able to start investing into your business with confidence. And I want to give you a real example of a client that we worked with. One of our customers, Joe Pastor from J&D Landscapes, came to us with a setup that probably sounds very familiar to you. He had a CRM he didn't fully use or understand. He was paying for a local billboard and some local community advertising, but his Google page was not dialed in and working correctly. He wasn't running ads. He had no real social media presence, and leads were slipping through the cracks constantly. But after implementing JobFlow and aligning his marketing with systems, we were able to help him grow his business 60% in the first year of using it. And it wasn't because we found some magical ad, it was because visibility and systems were finally working together. And that's the pattern we see over and over, where growth isn't just going to come from changing one tactic, it comes from alignment, where we utilize all the tactics and help you grow. So this is what happens next. It's not a sales call. The next step is for you to book your marketing and systems audit. And during that audit, we're going to be taking a look at how leads come into your business today, how they're being handled, where the bottlenecks are in your follow-up, what your numbers actually look like, and where the money is leaking out of your business, and how we can use automation, systems, and additional marketing to solve it. Now, from there, we'll be able to build a custom proposal that's based on what you actually need, what makes sense for your business, and what will move the needle fastest in order to get you where you're trying to go. We understand some clients will just need better systems, some clients need more visibility, some will need both, right? And we're just there to help you implement what you need in the right order so that you're able to grow in a way that makes sense and is efficient. So if it makes sense to work together, we'll talk about JobFlow, and if it doesn't, you still leave that audit with clarity. So if you're busy but growth feels harder than it should, if marketing feels expensive or unpredictable, or if you just want a clearer picture of what's actually happening in your business from an outside perspective, I just want you to click below and book your audit with us. We'll see you on the other side. Have a great one.